Good morning, my name is Brian Schlaak. I'm the head of the upper school and the academic dean here at the Priory, and it is my distinct privilege to talk to you about the academic program today. I'm going to try to give you a general overview initially and then also talk to you about what sets us apart from some of the other schools either in the area or globally. You're in a process of discernment, and our task is to help you make a good decision for you and your family. We offer a very rigorous academic preparation for our students here, held in this very exquisite container of the 5 Benedictine values: spirituality, hospitality, individuality, integrity, and community. This blending of this rigorous academic preparation in conjunction with our recognition that kids are whole human beings and not just students. And that we hold these students in that broader context and allow them to grow spiritually, emotionally, psychologically, as well as intellectually. And that is part of the mission of the school and one of the things that helps our students thrive once they move beyond the Priory. In terms of the things that set the school apart, I think I'm going to tell you 4. A lot of the other stuff is available on the website. You can look that we have 21 advanced placement courses on the curriculum this year. We have a really vibrant, interesting visual arts program with metalsmithing and photography and digital filmmaking and ceramics and drawing and painting and glass blowing, and you can find a way to discern a passion for yourself over the course of your time in school. Another vibrant, really interesting performing arts program with a chamber choir and a concert choir, a variety of levels of instrumental music, a really vibrant dramatic arts program happening down in the PAC, which is here below us. So there is an opportunity and an encouragement for students to take a chance, to try something new, to try something outside of their comfort zone, to be in a play if you haven't acted before, to participate in a sport that you're trying to learn how to play, and that is also part of the ethos of the school, that we encourage students to take chances, expand their boundaries, expand their comfort zone, and also potentially find passions that they didn't know existed before they started here. What we do know about ourselves is that we know who we are as a school. There's no ambiguity about our mission. Those 5 Benedictine values guide all of our decision making here, including kids discerning what course selection they're going to do in terms of anticipating their choices for college. We also know that we're good for kids, and the evidence we have for this, some of it is quantitative, some of it is qualitative. Our kids are happy. Other administrators come to campus for meetings and say, it seems like your kids are really happy today. Is there something special happening? And our response overwhelmingly is our kids are actually happy, which is sometimes a surprise for adolescents in the current culture. So that is part of a welcoming ethos. Kids are respected for who they are. Individuality is at the core of our decision making and the core of our values structure for the school. So students are encouraged to show up as themselves. To be themselves while they are here and feel comfortable enough grounded in that space to be able to try new things. We do senior exit surveys, post-college admission and post-spring grades posting with all of our graduating seniors. They are in a one-on-one interview with a teacher to talk about their experience here, be that for 7 years or 4 years or 2 years. And the kids are encouraged to be as honest and forthright as they can. Most of the substantive change in the school is stemmed from feedback from students in this context. Overwhelmingly, the students say that they are known and respected and loved for who they are. Overwhelmingly, they say they are well prepared for college when we talk to the alumni. For many of our students, the first year of college actually feels less strenuous than their last year in high school. And we also try to pay attention to balance there. So we know who we are as a school. And we know that our kids are thriving based upon the experiences that they have here. I think what really sets our student body apart from a lot of schools like ours is that the kids are genuinely kind to each other. There's a good vignette about a 10th grader who was shopping schools, who was standing in Benedictine Square, our sort of gathering place, trying to figure out where to go. And the student had lost their shadow. The shadow had gone to the restroom and was feeling a little self-conscious, standing with a course schedule with rooms listed and not knowing where to go. And also a little nervous about how that was going to be perceived by the other kids. She was approached by 3 of our sophomores who asked her if she was lost and ended up taking her to the class that she was to go to next. I got a call from that discerning kid's mother that afternoon to thank us for the kindness of our student body. This is a typical Priory story. The kids are really, really quite kind to each other. It's not about exclusivity. We don't have bullying. We don't tolerate it as a culture, and the kids don't tolerate it from each other. Second is, as an administrative group, we know where the action in schools is. Schools are about interactions between teachers and kids and kids and kids. The beautiful buildings and the administrative crew are there as a support structure for where the real powerful interactions are, and that is between students and teachers and students and students. There is no ambiguity or lack of clarity around that from the administrative side. All of our efforts are put into creating really powerful experiences for kids inside the classroom. Our average class size is 12. We have some bigger and some smaller. There's a lot of room for individualized attention. We have a very vibrant, interesting counseling program to support the kids both academically and socially and emotionally. There is a lot of support for students here. For a school of our size, we also offer a very broad range of electives to allow kids to try a lot of different things. If you get a chance to come visit, I would encourage you to talk to anyone you run into on campus. If you talk to kids or see teachers, feel free to ask them all of the hard questions that you have pending. All of the teachers here can speak to the mission of the school. All of us know what we're talking about in terms of what we're trying to do with students here. And there should be no lack of clarity between anybody you talk to here on campus. We have a very marvelous, well-educated, caring faculty coming from some of the strongest educational preparation you can imagine, who are invested in spending their time working with kids. They love kids. They love curriculum and they love kids. It's a tough combination to put together. Our faculty manages to do that with grace. We are also increasingly progressive in terms of our educational design. We're working currently with the Stanford Design School, looking at how kids learn, trying to compensate for right answer addictiveness and a variety of other things that kids are struggling with in the modern context, to allow kids to be more intellectually resilient and to allow them to be risk takers in an intellectual perspective. And we're very thoughtful about that design. Thirdly is we recognize that middle school and upper school are experiences unto themselves. We're not just preparing students for what's next. They will be prepared. That is part of the design of the program. But what we're really focused on is making the best middle school and upper school program experience that we can create. It is not just about preparing students for what is coming next. We're very focused on the now in terms of this educational experience for kids. Because of the quality of that experience, the kids are infinitely well prepared. But our primary focus is on creating a great program for those kids now. Lastly, and this is sometimes a more tenuous topic for families, is I spent 15 years working in secular education and came with some questions as I moved into the religious education world. And what I've discovered in terms of talking with kids is there's a very compelling need to talk about God for kids. And it doesn't have to be from a perspective of dogma. As you look at the range of students we have here at the school, we have a very large Jewish population. We have an international boarding population that consists of Buddhists and Hindus. We have some very dyed-in-the-wool Silicon Valley atheists. So we have the full range. We have a substantive Catholic body as well, along with all the other sort of Protestant and Christian sects. Everyone is welcome. The all are welcome phrase that you will hear over and over again and see throughout our literature means everybody of every religious faith. And every religious faith is respected and cared for here. The distinction I would make there is that the kids are actually interested in engaging in this conversation about God, even if you want to tell the theology teacher why you don't believe. Some of my most interesting interviews with kids as we go through the admissions process are around this issue. Is it going to be okay for me to show up with my belief system? And the answer is overwhelmingly yes. That hospitality, that mission-driven hospitality, extends to everybody of every religious faith, and all of our students feel respected with the belief systems that they come to the table with. And we hope that they get to explore that spiritual world over the course of their time here at the Priory. So I want to thank all of you for your time today, for the time you've allowed me to explain our program and our school to you from my perspective. I want to encourage all of you to ask any of us here at the Priory any questions you may have about any aspect of the school. All of us love and care about it, and we'll be happy and proud to talk to you about the experiences that you can have here. It's a great discernment process. I wish you the best of luck with that, and please feel free to contact us with any questions. Thanks so much.